Hello and welcome to this installment of the Homeowner Education video series brought to you by Sell My House Inc. My name is Jim Cremella, and today we get to talk about the biggest buzzword that's out there in the economy. It floats around almost every single day. You can't open a newspaper, read a magazine, watch the news, even watch your regular television shows. It's getting in there now. And that word is foreclosure. Let's face it, foreclosures are at an all-time high, even higher than during the Depression era. More than likely because there's a lot more houses than from the 1930s, but hey, it's a stat. I didn't make it up, all right? Now, any type of legal advice that I give you guys on this site or on these videos, again, is my opinion. I am not a licensed attorney. I am not a CPA, so make sure anything I say you double-check with your attorney or CPA, and we'll be all set, okay? Now, that disclaimer's out of the way, let's dive into it. What are foreclosures? What do they do? Are you facing one? What should I do if I am facing one? And what happens if I know that there's a lot of foreclosures out there? I may be interested in seeing about doing this as a business, which is what we really focus on, okay? All right, foreclosure. Anytime anyone buys a house and they fall behind on their payments, they go 30 days late, then 60 days late, then 90 days late. Now, by law, after 30 days, any creditor can file a notice of default on you with the courts, okay? However, more than likely, the lenders are not going to file a notice of default or an NOD until after 90 days. Now, in this day and age, because there are so many, a lot of lenders are waiting longer than the 90 days, but typically after 90 days, they can file a NOD or notice of default. Now, once the notice of default is filed with whatever home county it is, you will get served with papers, okay? So if you're behind on your payments and you haven't gotten your notice of default yet, you will have a knock on your door anytime after that 90-day period, and you will be served with papers, okay? These guys get paid to come by your house and drop stuff off. So don't be surprised at 10 o'clock at night you're getting a knock on the door and getting served with a lawsuit, okay? A notice of default is an official lawsuit. The lender files a lawsuit against you to try and get their money, okay? Now, after that period, they go and the next step for the lender is to file a summary judgment, okay? And a summary judgment basically says they're asking the court to get a judgment on you so that they can recoup the loss of this. Now, meanwhile, you can be doing one of several things. You can be sitting on your hands waiting for the process to take lead. You can be saving up some money and moving out. You can be trying to sell your house. Or you can try and work out a deal with the bank. Now, there's several different ways excuse me, to work out a deal with the bank. And they are anywhere from straight refinancing to a forbearance. A forbearance usually entails having some of the payments or your back payments be added on to the end of the loan, and you resume payments. This usually works for people who had a temporary glitch in income. Either they were laid off or whatever happened, they moved and they had a loss of income for a while so they got another job. That happens a lot for forbearances. You can do a loan modification. This is becoming more popular, especially with people that are in adjustable rate mortgages and can no longer afford the mortgage payments. Be careful with loan mods because a lot of times if you were in an adjustable rate mortgage, they will put you back into an adjustable rate mortgage, okay? So be careful with it. Try and negotiate for a fixed rate, even if it costs you a little bit more. That's always safer, especially in this day and age, okay? Now, if you can't keep your house or you don't have a stable source of income at this time and you're still behind on payments, you can either be sitting on your hands waiting for the foreclosure process to go through, and that's just the bank and the courts are going through back and forth with different paperwork until they finally get an auction date. And once they get an auction date, you'll get a notice from the sheriff's office in Florida that happens. I don't know the process in other states, that you have to vacate and that the auction date is this particular day, okay? Now, once a property gets to the auction date, it does happen a lot of times still on the courthouse steps. I know it does in this area. Some of them I've heard that they're actually going to online bidding sites so that people don't have to actually show up to the steps, okay? The auction will have at least one representative there from the bank, and they will have different investors or people that can bid on open auction of the house. More than likely, especially in this day and age, the bank is going to end up being the high bidder because they don't want to lose too much money on it, and it will go into what's called the REO or real estate owned phase of the foreclosure market, okay? Now, if you're facing foreclosure and you decide you want to sell your house, you can either list it with a real estate agent, try to sell it on your own, or you can sell it to an investor and move on with your life. Now, as far as dealing with investors, real estate agents, and whoever you want to deal with, real estate investors have to make money. Now, I am a real estate investor, okay? I'm in business to help people, but in the process, I want to make a decent profit for myself. Otherwise, there's no reason to have this a business. I would rather call this a charity or a service of helping or whatever, but this is a business for us, okay? Now, what's unfortunately happening more than likely in this day and age is someone bought the house 3 or 4 years ago or 2 years ago or whatever. They either bought it at the height of the market or they bought on bad mortgage terms, and because the market is so bad, they no longer have any equity in the house. It's all gone, or they're upside down in the house. They owe more than it's worth. They're behind on payments. They just want out, okay? The solution to that is a short sale, and to successfully negotiate a short sale, that's really our specialty. That's where we come in, okay? So if you're one of these people that are, you've fallen behind on your payments, you just want to get the heck out of the freaking house, move on with your life, you don't have any equity to offer, let us worry about that, okay? We want to help you. We want to help you move on with your life. Give us a call or fill out a contact form for us, or fill out, if you want to expedite the process, you can go on the website, which is sellmyhouseinc.com, click on the quick cash offer button, and fill out the full form, okay? Now, let's say, so that's really the homeowner part of it. So if you're a homeowner watching this, you're behind on payments, you can either try and refinance or do a loan modification. If you want more info on the loan mod, same thing, go to the Contact Us page on the site. We can help you out there. You can sell it. If you have equity in it, I would recommend aggressively pricing it so it moves quickly, either with a real estate agent or on your own. You can try, if it's got a lot of equity, you can go ahead and try a real estate investor, but more than likely there's not for most people that I run into, there's just not a lot of equity there, so most people are going to be looking at a short sale. If you're in that category and you want some advice or help, just give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. That's really what we specialize in. Now let's take it from a different angle. Let's say you're trying to buy a house in this market and you're looking at foreclosures. Okay, what do I do? How do I get involved? Blah, blah, blah. As a buyer in this market, you want to be careful. You want to look for a deal. You want to know your market. Is your market going to go down another 5%? Is it kind of flat? Still have a long way to go. The best way you can look at that is look at what the houses are being offered for right now or being asked for. Look at the recent sales either on your property appraiser site or on Zillow.com or on RealQuest.com. These are sites that will pull up different comparable sales for you there. If you have questions specifically on a buyer, again, we've got a buyer's page. You can look at our properties that we have. I've connected with a lot of different real estate investors that have good deals for you. If you're looking to buy in this environment and you're looking to buy a foreclosure property, don't go in blind. I would not recommend going with the selling real estate agent, whoever has the listing. A lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of real estate agents don't understand the foreclosure process. They don't get it. They don't understand the short sale process. And I'd be happy to explain it to you, or we'd be happy to explain it to you. Give us a call or fill out the contact form in that. If you're an aspiring investor and you want to know how to invest in it, there are many courses out there that teach it. I actually was mentored by a company called Mr. 3 Days. It's Mr3days.com. Chris Denert was my mentor, great guy, taught me a lot. So if you're interested in that, I would refer you to him. Just let him know that Jim Cremella sent you. Okay, that was the basic foreclosure process. You guys may have questions on something more specific than just the basic process, what goes on, what's needed in a short sale, that kind of stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or contact us on the Contact Us page. Again, the website's www.sellmyhouseinc.com. Click on the Contact Us page, fill out the form, one of us will get back to you. As always, anytime you're looking for advice or answer a quick question, we'll do that absolutely free. I don't have anything to sell you. I'm just here to help. So anything you need, that's what we're here for, okay? For Sell My House Inc., this is Jim Cremella. Until next time, I'll see you later.